So we're going to continue on with Mommy Made Me Mash My M&Ms. Ready? Take your big deep breath and get ready to sing in 1, 2, breathe in, go. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my. Breathe in. 4. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my. Breathe in. Make sure you're pushing against that hand. Put that hand over your belly button and push against it when you're singing. Breathe in. 3, 4. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my. Breathe in. 3, 4. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my. We're going to move up. Ready? 1, 2, breathe in. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my. Good job. So that is something that you can do home, whether you're singing in your chest voice in your lower notes or you're singing in your head voice in the upper notes. Doing that, you can use the same techniques with both of your different voices, the chest or the head voice. So I want to move on to some ear training. Now, ear training, if you have a piano at home, perfect. If you don't, I'm going to do some without me singing so you can practice at home. So the notes for this are going to be C, E, G, E, C, E, A, E, C, E, B, E, C, E, G, E. Now these are weird intervals for our ears to hear. So until we get used to it, it can be difficult for us to hit the right note. And so I want you to use a few different things to be able to help your ear know how to reach that note. So the first thing is going to be listening to the notes. Did you hear that? Now let's try the first phrase. Ready? So that's C, E, G, E. It'll be C, E, G, E. So the words that I want you to use for this is la, 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 la. Ready? La, 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 la. The next phrase is, breathe through your belly. La, 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 la. Now coming down from that A to the E is going to be the difficult note. So it'll go like this. Just listen once and then let's try it together. La, 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 la. Try it with me. Take a big deep breath, keep your hand over your belly, and watch that breath. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. La, 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 la. Good. Now you might be running out of breath by that second phrase, but I would urge you to try to get through both of those with one breath. It can be hard, but really focus on that right breathing that I taught you. If your parent can play this on piano, or if you can play back to when I do these scales without me singing, you can try it when you're lying on the ground to help with your breathing. Okay? Let's move on. We already finished the la, 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 la. It's going to be our next one. That is la, 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 la. So it'll go. That's where we are right now. Then we only have one more. Let's try it together very slow. Breathe in, 2, 3, and go. La, 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 la. I breathed after the second phrase. So if you want to do that as a breathing spot, that would be a good one. Now this is in a song, so it doesn't matter how long you take to breathe in between there. Just as long as you're breathing correctly. Let's try it again. 2, 3. Breathe in. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Good. I'm going to play it once for you without me. Breathe in. 2, 3, and go. Keep pushing that air. Take a big deep breath. On to the next one. Now the last one will be so it'll all sound like this. La 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 la. So sing it with me. La 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 la. Now, as you noticed, I take a long breath deep from my belly, and it's okay if you take a long breath. We're getting our body used to it. So if it takes you a little bit longer than what it did with me, that's okay, just as long as you're doing it right. So let's do it one more time without me, doing la la, and you can always change this to ma ma, pa pa, sa sa, fa fa. And that way you're changing the syllables so you can try it with different phrases. So we'll start big deep breath, 3, 4. Now those are some hard intervals to hear, which means those are hard notes to hear that are changing because the space between each note changes each time. So now I'm going to go up. As you change to a different key, it's going to take your ear to help you reach those notes. Can you try it with me? La, 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 la. I kind of messed up that time because that was hard, right? Let's do it one more time to really hit those notes. And if we need more space in between each note, I'm going to slow it down for us, okay? Breathe in, 2, 3. La, 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 la. Take a breath. La, 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 la. Good job. I want to do it once without my help. I want you to do it on your own, okay? Breathe in, 2, 3, and go. Breathe. Take a breath. Take another breath. Good. Now you can use that technique in breathing in between each phrase to help you build those stomach muscles and that memory of breathing in between each phrase, getting that breathing stronger. So I want you to try those scales, the ones that I played without my help, for you to try at home. And if your ear can hear the one that starts here, I want you to try that on your own, okay? The next thing I want to go through with you is a very fun technique that I learned in Nashville. It's going to require that you need a few things. A glass filled with a little bit of water. Sorry guys, I've got the Titans cup here. I'll spin it around here. And then we've got a straw. Now, if you can use a larger straw, here, this is a reusable straw I have. If you can use a larger straw, it's easier. But if all you have is a small straw, that's fine, okay? So how this is going to work is, watch me. This causes the vocal cords inside of our neck here to completely align. So how our vocal cords work is we want them to completely align and touch together. That's what creates our notes, okay, that we're creating. And so we want them to touch, otherwise it lets too much air through and we can cause some damage to our vocal cords. So, using the straw, you can sing through it. That's the same notes that I used before, starting on C. So let's try that. Get your straw, and you're going to do ah through your straw. 1, 2, 3. Good. So this is a technique that I was taught by a vocal teacher in Nashville, and a lot of my professional singers or background vocalists or friends of mine use this technique because it prevents damage to your vocal cords, and it gets your vocal cords prepared before you sing to know that they have to meet in the middle. They have to meet, not let any extra air through. Otherwise, they're going to rub against each other, and they're going to create calluses called vocal nodules. So let's try this again, starting on D. This is the next step up. 1, 2, breathe in, 3. Now if you sing that same line, la 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 la, you might tell that you're stronger already. I can always tell a difference after I use this. Almost immediately after, I can tell that my vocal cords have warmed up and aligned. This helps align those vocal cords, and they've aligned more correctly than they were prior to when I didn't use this, okay? So let's try this. Just a sip of water quick. Let's try that one more time, and we'll start here on E. This is the new one we haven't done. Ah, 1, breathe in, 3. Let's try that one now. Ah, ah, breathe in. That's a few different vocal warm-ups that I use when I prepare for singing. Now, I want to go over a song with you, and the easy song that we can do right now, that most of you know, is Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Now, it sounds boring if you've known this song a long time or if you're a little bit older, but I want you to try first through the straw. We're going to start on C. Sing it through your straw. Ready? Now sing it after. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Breath. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. If you can do that in 2 breaths, one before you started the song and the second one when we took a breath in between that phrase. That's perfect. If you have to take one more breath, that's okay. Just making sure you're doing it right. Let's try it again in D. 1, 2, 3. Use your head voice. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Breath. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. You can use this vocal straw to also help you with your other vocal warm-ups. This is going to help align the vocal cords to make sure that everything you're doing is done correctly so we're not causing damage. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it with your straw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Using all of the techniques that we did together. Breathing with your hand on your belly, I've been doing it. Using the straw to warm yourself up. Using your mouth formed in a smile. To get those notes. Okay, we don't want to force any notes out. We don't want to do everything in our chest voice. We want to train our head voice as well, okay? Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, go. So those are a few techniques that I use at home. And I also use the straw technique before any of my performances because it's easy to carry around a straw. You can use a plastic water bottle or a glass or a water bottle of your own that you take. And so you could do this at competitions. You could do this if you have a choir concert. You could do this in your car on the way to a performance. Anything like that. You could do this prior to having your vocal lessons. So this is just a technique that you can use your whole life, and it's very easy. It's portable, and it really helps strengthen and get those vocal cords used to aligning the right way. Again, I use that all the time, and I found it to be very, very helpful because I didn't always sing correctly. And so this is something that I was taught that really, really helped me, and it helped easily show my vocal cords what to do. So this is something that you can use at home and all the time and show your friends and see who can make the biggest bubbles. I'm sure your parents would love that. If you have any questions, reach out to Brandy, Belinda, or Miss Vicki, and they can call me or text me if they have any questions as well. But these are a few different exercises that you might not have been taught before, and so I thought that you could use them while you're at home with your families or with your friends and really work on some of the most important things that, really are the baseline for being a great singer, and that's your breath. And that's making sure that you're singing from the right area and you're not forcing breath out, okay? Making sure those vocal cords are aligned. So that's warming up and breathing correctly. Those are the two basic things that will support a very good vocalist. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your time at home with your families and with any friends that you might be with during this time. And if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to reach out to Miss Brandy, and I hope to hear some stories of you guys practicing with these different techniques at home. One of the biggest things to remember with all of this is it doesn't matter how silly or how amazing you sound during warm-ups. It's about making sure that you're warming up your vocal cords and that you're constantly pushing yourself to become better. I sound so silly and I don't always sound the best when I'm in my warm-ups or when I'm practicing, but that's what makes me much better during my performances, is really taking the time to warm up and to rehearse and to, work on my breathing so that I can be better when I'm performing. I hope you guys have a good rest of your social distancing and stay safe.